What is your vision statement based on your word? And this is actually about having achieved your biggest accomplishments in 2025. So picture yourself as if you have taken care of everything and you have done a great year, and then we're celebrating. So imagine we are at the end of 2025 and like next year, you have achieved all your goals and then you have done an amazing year. All the abundance, all the flow, all the success is yours. Having achieved all that, now think about your vision statement for the year. Okay, so that vision statement is gonna be related with your word and related with your accomplishments. What is your top priority? You know, this year, you're gonna have that, like you're having it. That is your number one priority, non-negotiable, okay? So for me, my word, my top value is freedom. I'm not negotiating my freedom, right? Everybody has their own. So just think of your own word, your own value, and then just write it down. And perhaps you may wanna add your second and third. The reason I choose the word priority is because when we have our different values, we forget to really make them a priority in the hierarchy of the values. So which value you're actually prioritizing, that's kind of where I'm going with the word. Because we have so many different values that we value, and then do we really prioritize them? Do we really own them and honor them and then live them in our life? So that's why. I know for me, freedom is non-negotiable. My health, my energy is non-negotiable. And gratitude is also something that is non-negotiable for me. And this year, 2025, is going to be about that. So you want to think about the whole year and the representation of the year. That way you can choose the priority for the value. Like when we speak our truth, you know, sometimes we calculate, oh, what are they gonna say, right? So I even have a word for it. It's called OPO, other people's opinions. So when you are fearing other people's opinions, oh, what are they gonna say? What are they going to do? And as we all know in the world of coaching, that's what we do. It blocks us and it is an ongoing process. If anybody is like me, I'm always working on myself. I will always be working on myself forever until I die, probably even after I die. Whatever that is limiting your energy, that's why we have like energy drains over there, like self-doubt and limiting beliefs, whatever that you need to remind yourself specifically this year though. For example, let's talk about excuses, right? That's the common thing for humanity. Like, I don't have the mind, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have this, I don't have that. All these excuses, right? So now let me share with you this 3-step formula to help you bust those excuses and then become your own devil's advocate, right? So how are you going to do it? Like everybody needs, like you need your own very, very simple, very easy method to show them how to bust through that the biggest problem. And then you're going to repeat it 3 times. You're going to find your second biggest problem that you're solving for them, teach about that problem, and then solve that problem in 3 steps again. And then you're gonna find the third problem, you break it down for them, and then you give them, here is a 3-step formula to help you go out of burnout and step into shine out. And then by the way, you might have more problems that you're solving. By all means, this is just a structure, like just a little an idea for you to just break down your knowledge. And then you wanna include case studies. You wanna include testimonials, how you helped some other person. Here's another client of mine. I helped them to go out of burnout and they didn't even understand. They didn't even know that they were experiencing burnout. And then you show them how exactly you help them step by step. It's not about you. It is about the contribution that you make in the world. The first client I had was Coca-Cola. And what I learned in that world is branding is a Bible. Like Coca-Cola gave us their branding Bible. It was literally a Bible. Here's how you can use the logo. Here is how you can never use the logo, right? Here are the colors that you can use. These are the colors you can never use. So you want to also create your brand and inform your team about your color tones. You see purple everywhere with me. That's my brand color. And then purple goes well with the silver, as you see, because it's the shininess. You know, I gotta bring my shininess over there. And then what are some colors? And then in Canva, that's the best thing. You can go pick a color palette and then that creates the whole thing for you and it just makes everything easier. Now that we are clear about our positive values, how about negative values? This is something I learned years ago from Mr. Tony Robbins. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you've ever been to a date with destiny with him. but you really work on your values a lot when you go to that event. And the part that really like stuck with me was, hey, we all have our values, like positive values that we want to live by, we want to live in alignment with. But how about the negative values that we definitely want to avoid at all costs? What about those things that we never want to associate ourselves with? Those are the ones that you really also want to put in this vision board so that you remind yourself, so that you stop tolerating that, so that you know that that is some sort of a guidance over there for you in decision making.
Go galactic. Go galactic.
Go galactic.
Then you're in the right place. Let's go, let's go.